Welcome back. Thrilled to be joined now by 612 Quarterbacks owner Quinn Frisell. Quinn, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Will.
612 Quarterbacks is a local quarterback development program. A ton of local products work with Quinn and his staff throughout the year. Now, Quinn, I wanted to start with this. QB development is such a growing thing, I feel like, not only statewide, but nationwide.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start 612 Quarterbacks?
I think just opportunities. Being, in Minnesota my whole life, I think there's all these other opportunities for hockey, basketball, baseball in the off season. Football is already a short season as it is because of weather and, high school state restrictions. So I think just providing opportunities in the off season. I know as a quarterback coming up, I always wanted to throw as much as possible or throw with the guys as much as possible, but it's hard to find spaces to do so and structured areas to do so. So I think finding, just creating opportunities for athletes all around the state, not just in the cities, but in the southeast corner by Rochester, St. Cloud. We try to spread out as much as we can to just, give kids chance, structured opportunities to continue to help grow the game.
What kinds of things do you guys do year round? I understand you work with the kids at all ages, it seems like.
Yeah.
Year round though, and that's such a cool aspect that It's not only in season, but out of season. You guys are really busy.
Yeah, I would say right now we're just kind of finishing up our busy season. Winter's super busy. Season ends November, and then guys want to throw right away, it seems like, or get back into things. And I think, we pride ourselves a lot on talking about it's a lot more than throwing the football, trying to be great leaders, trying to bring in college coaches to do film studies, different speakers that they can hear from, whether that's high school coaches, college coaches, mental performance coaches, just as many different minds they can hear from. And just really try to create the total quarterback. A lot of these guys that we work with, or a lot of the kids in the state can throw the ball. They can all throw the ball really well in their specific offense, but what are you doing in the weight room with your team? What are you doing in the community as a leader? The quarterbacks are always looked at differently, so I think trying to raise awareness for that for them. I know they're hearing it from the high school coaches all the time too, but just being just with our team, our staff at 612 Quarterbacks, just being other people they can lean on and grow more as a mental leader and versus just always working on the physical side of the game.
So I was at one of his workouts a couple of weeks ago. It was awesome to take in. One thing that stood out to me is you guys focus not only on mechanics of quarterback play, but also you get into the chalkboard aspect of things. Talk about that side of quarterback training and how important that is as well.
Yeah, I think, like I said, well, all these guys, a lot of quarterbacks are always looking to throw the ball. Like everyone's trying to find a space they can throw the football in. And at the end of the day, being able to know what's happening before the snap or post-snap, those things are going to make or break your decisions making as a quarterback. So providing, once again, bringing in a bunch of college coaches at our academy program, our 14-week program in the winter. Every week we had a different college staff come in. It's a great recruiting tool for them, but it's also a great time for quarterbacks to learn what goes on in a college room. Just get different ideas with film study, different ways they can watch film differently on their own. Everyone's high school offense is different, but defenses, there's always something you can take away from someone else so you can watch film in a better way to become a faster processor, which at the end of the day is what we're trying to develop in the classroom.
For someone who might be interested out there in working with you guys, what kind of training options do you provide and what ages do you typically work with? Yeah,
our age-wise, I feel like nowadays everyone wants to start like kindergarten, but I think our biggest thing is like, I talk to parents, is your son able to obtain and apply the information and do they want it or do the parents want it? So I think really if a quarterback, we want to make them hungry. As a QB, you have to be intrinsically motivated, so it has to come from the quarterback himself. So those two things are the age requirement essentially. So we get kids who are as young as second grade and then we work all the way through current college players right now as well. We offer a variety of training, one-on-one sessions, generally where kids start. So they get to know a coach. That's where the best learning can happen. Also kind of the foundations that we coach. From there, we segue into small group sessions. We have one camp a year. And then our academy program is probably our most sought after program, and it's an application process to get in. Last year we had 90 applications, can only take a certain amount, but we're trying to get a lot of, once again, it's not based on physical attributes. Are we all like-minded processors? Do we all have the same vision, same goal, so we can all work together to a common goal and push each other? So, privates to small groups. Don't get a lot into big groups just because it gets really watered down, and our ultimate goal is to get to know the quarterbacks' families on a personal level and to guide them in their personal development journey.
Just a few more for you. Getting into your own quarterback journey.
Yeah.
Played locally, played at Augsburg as well. Your professional career took you to Austria, of all places.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start up 612s coming off your playing background?
Yeah, it's funny. I actually gave it a test run in Austria. So when I lived in Innsbruck, part of my job with the team was to run the youth program. So I was essentially the youth, me and a couple buddies, other Americans, ran the youth program. And during that time, I wanted to get into college coaching, but I wasn't in love. I was more in love with like the player development. So I felt like getting into college coaching and trying to win games, obviously. Yep. Player development often is put to the side. You got to worry about the schemes. Got to worry about the next opponent that's coming up. And generally you want kids who are coming into your program who are already good. So working in Austria, doing these youth programs and really focusing on quarterback development, I'm always learning, but I look back then, I'm like, what was I doing? But just seeing how it started, like that's where I kind of got the itch for it. And I was like, there was nothing locally when I was coming up besides my dad in the gym or our backyard. And I think just creating that culture also is super cool. Like all the guys we work with, they oftentimes want to come back and help out at different events. And I think just like going to games and watching two quarterbacks play each other, the culture we've created within the state is honestly one of the coolest things. So I think on top of opportunities, it's just like the community of quarterbacks that we've been able to create as well.
It's pretty darn cool to see from an outsider's perspective, just the group that you guys work with and then that we cover all fall long on Prep Sports Extra, and seeing kind of the work that you guys do and the quarterbacks and how it plays out on the field. It's awesome to watch. For those watching at home that want to learn more or interested in working with you guys, what should they do? Where can they find you guys?
Yeah, just check out our website, www.612quarterbacks.com. There's an inquiry on there. Happy to take a phone call and you could just get connected on a personal level with all the families and athletes that we work with.
Awesome. Quinn, thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Will.